One young entrepreneur is cooking up big moves in the land of opportunity, racking up national recognition for her sweet treats. She looks to be following in the footsteps of a fellow entrepreneur who made the leap from the business of movies to starting her own online game development company. Jessica Cervantes is the owner of Popsy Cakes, for which she won the 2009 Girls Going Places Entrepreneurship Award. And Jessica Ravello is the chairman and co-founder of Arcadium. And since I welcome the two of you, and since I have two lovely Jessicas, I'm going to have to say Jessica R. and Jessica C. so that we don't confuse ourselves. Jessica R., you're here with me in New York. First of all, what was the small business that you created, and how did you make that transition from working for a corporation to starting your own business?
Well, the company I started is called Arcadium, and we make online games, which we then license to big brands to use on their websites. And how I started the business was because in around 2000 I was working for a large publicly traded company, and I saw that they were kind of making decisions that I wouldn't make, and they were running through a lot of money, and I said, you know, I think I could maybe do a better job, so I'm going to try it. And at 25, I quit my job and started Arcadium.
25, quit your job, started it. Now you look back, you know, 8, 9 years later. What have you learned in the process? Because you've experienced some major ups and downs in this economy.
Yeah, and when I'm giving advice to younger entrepreneurs, I say this is actually a great time to start a business, because I started my business again in around 2001, which wasn't nearly as bad as the recession is now, but it was, as far as being in technology, the bubble had just burst, and it was a very difficult time to get funding, let alone get anybody to pay attention to you. So it's really come full cycle, and I've learned a huge amount in that amount of time. But, you know, I think probably the most important thing is just perseverance. You know, if you can survive markets like this, if you can survive even past your first year of owning your business, then you're in good shape.
Jessica, Jessica C., tell me a little bit about Popsy Cakes, the business that you started. What exactly is it?
Well, I started the business when I was about 16 years old. I wanted to create a children's treat, so that's how Popsy Cakes came about. It's actually a cupcake on an edible cookie stick. So you can hold it like a lollipop or per se a popsicle, but it's actually you're eating a cupcake on a cookie stick. So the whole treat is edible.
What made you decide that this was something you wanted to create into a business? Because I understand you were doing it for a project in school.
I started as a project because I'm taking an entrepreneurship course while I was in high school. And I've always loved baking, so I decided to maybe unite both of my passions into a big recipe for success. So that's how I decided to create this product for children. It would be new and cool for children, but at the same time, it would be easy for parents to clean up after.
So what have you found to be some of the most challenging experiences thus far, Jessica, in Florida, in terms of taking this idea, and now I understand you want to go for a patent, and you're working with some chefs. I mean, tell me some of the roadblocks that you've been experiencing and some of the things that have been exciting about it.
Well, it was definitely hard trying to balance both school and the business. While I was in high school, I had a lot of AP courses and advanced placement classes. So it was very hard to manage both. But now that I'm summer and vacation, I'm actually trying to finish the patent or get it through and get it filed so that I can maybe think of some possible licensing options for the future as I continue my college education.
Jessica R. is smiling here in New York with me. This is incredible, and she's following in your footsteps, and you're an incredible story. You went into an industry that's a man's world, and you're doing it with 2 little kids. How do you balance that?
Yeah, I was smiling when Jessica was talking about high school, because I think it's a great education she's getting now and what her life may be like in the future, which is what my life is like now. You know, I have a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old. So managing high school and a business, I think, is probably similar to the challenges I face in trying to balance a family and a business. You know, it's just all about time management, you know, and keeping your priorities straight. And, you know, sometimes I have to leave work at 5 o'clock because I have to get home and, you know,
and take care of your kids. What kind of advice would you give Jessica in Florida in terms of...
Jessica could probably give me some advice.
I think we should put the 2 of you together. But you've been through a lot of, you know, look, I mean, this is a challenging time, and she's just about to embark on college, and she wants to follow through here.
It sounds like she's doing all the right things. I think if I had any advice, it would probably be her story is such a great one, and you use everything you have to your advantage. So when she's reaching out to people about licensing or sales, you know, tell them, I'm 18, I started this business by myself, because I think once you make it personal, it's just a lot harder for people to say no. She's got a great story.
Yeah, Jessica, before we wrap up here, is it true that you want to be a corporate lawyer?
I do want to be a corporate lawyer. I'm trying to study that now in school. I'm not sure what I'm going to major in, but my main goal is definitely to become a corporate lawyer.
Wow. Well, you two are so inspirational, the two Jessicas. I look forward to having you guys back. And Jessica, let us know where you wind up going to school. I know Miami University was one of the top choices.
Yes, I'm planning on attending the University of Miami for my first 4 years, and then hopefully Harvard afterwards.
All right. Terrific. Best of luck to the two of you. It was great meeting you guys.
Thanks.